Top 5 investment mistakes to avoid. Picture this. It's 10 years from now. You're sitting on a beach, sipping your favorite drink. The sun's warm, your mind is at peace, and your bank account's thriving. Sounds like the dream, right? Now, imagine the opposite. It's the same 10 years, but instead of the beach, you're drowning in regret, wishing you'd avoided the mistakes that kept you from achieving your financial goals. In this video, we're diving into the top 5 investment mistakes you need to avoid. Mistakes that could cost you your future. Stick around to the end because the last mistake is one that even seasoned investors fall for, and it's a game changer if you avoid it. Act 1, Introduction to the Problem. Before we dive in, let me set the stage. Investing is one of the most powerful tools to build wealth, but it's also a double-edged sword. One wrong move can set you back years. And for 18 to 30-year-olds, your biggest advantage is time. The earlier you get it right, the greater your potential. But most people make mistakes that sabotage their success from the start. Let's make sure you're not one of them. Quick question. What's scarier? A horror movie jump scare or checking your stock portfolio after a bad day in the market? Yeah, thought so. Point 1. Not starting early. Mistake number 1, waiting too long to start. You know the saying, time is money? Well, in investing, time is everything. The power of compound interest is like planting a tree. The earlier you plant it, the bigger it grows. Procrastinate, and you're leaving years of potential growth on the table. But starting isn't enough. If you jump in without a plan, you might fall right into mistake number 2. Point 2. Following the crowd. Mistake number 2, chasing trends. Ever heard of FOMO? Fear of missing out has destroyed more portfolios than you can imagine. When you hear everyone talking about the next big thing, it's tempting to dive in. But by the time you've heard the hype, it's usually too late. The people who win are the ones who invest in solid fundamentals, not hype. Think of it this way. If your Uncle Jerry's suddenly an expert on cryptocurrency, it might be time to step back and reevaluate. So, what should you focus on instead? That brings us to mistake number 3. Point 3, ignoring diversification. Mistake number 3, putting all your eggs in one basket. Investing in just one stock or one sector might feel exciting, like betting on the winning horse, but it's a recipe for disaster. The smartest investors spread their risk across different assets, stocks, bonds, real estate, and more. Diversification isn't flashy, but it's how you protect yourself and grow your wealth consistently. But what if you're spreading your money too thin? That's where mistake number 4 comes in. Point 4, overcomplicating your portfolio. Mistake number 4, overcomplicating. It's easy to think that more is better. More stocks, more strategies, more complexity. But the truth? Simplicity often wins. Legendary investor Warren Buffett advises sticking to what you understand. Don't get lost in the weeds of trying to outsmart the market. Instead, focus on low-cost index funds, or ETFs, that grow steadily over time. Let me ask you this. Would you rather have 10 investments you barely understand, or 3 solid ones you know inside out? And that brings us to the final mistake, the one that's the hardest to overcome. Point 5, letting emotions take over. Mistake number 5, letting emotions dictate your decisions. Picture this. The market's crashing, your portfolio's down 20%, and every fiber of your being is screaming, "Sell everything." But here's the truth. Panic selling locks in your losses. Successful investors know how to stay calm and stick to their long-term plans, even when it's tough. Remember, it's not about timing the market, it's about time in the market. The ups and downs are temporary. Your focus should be on the bigger picture. Act 3, call to action. Now you know the 5 mistakes that can derail your investment journey, but knowledge is only half the battle. Taking action is what sets you apart. If you're ready to dive deeper into building a solid financial foundation, check out my video on related topic, e.g., how to build your first investment portfolio. It's packed with actionable tips to help you get started the right way. Your future self is counting on you. Start today, avoid these mistakes, and take control of your financial destiny. Because the best time to invest was yesterday. The second best time? Right now. And the video fades out with inspirational music and a final message. Subscribe for more wealth building strategies